You may feel that as a language teacher, it is not your job to teach your students how to plan better or how to become more organised. Won't they pick up these skills along the way? Some probably will, especially if they come from homes where these skills are valued and taught. But if they don't manage to pick up these skills, it will considerably hold them back, at school and in life. If your students can't organise themselves, they will consistently fail to hand in homework on time or at all, they will lose pieces of paper with vital information, and they won't revise successfully for exams. It's easy to see how poor organisation and planning can lead to students not fulfilling their potential. At university or further education, these skills will be even more important, as students are expected to work more and more independently. And in the world of work, most job descriptions ask for qualities such as excellent attention to detail, able to deliver high quality work on time, effective time management, ability to successfully plan and implement change. Developing these kinds of organisational skills helps people to deliver a high standard of work without putting themselves under unsustainable levels of pressure. We've seen how teachers and employers value these skills, but they are also important in managing stress and living a more balanced life. People who can manage their time effectively tend to put themselves under less pressure. They can have more free time because they complete their work more quickly and efficiently. They're also more likely to sleep well at night. Some people are naturally more inclined to plan than others, but if we're going to successfully manage the different responsibilities in our lives, we all need to set up some systems that can support us. Perhaps the biggest challenge is that simply explaining to students why it is important to be more organised and to prioritise and plan their work is unlikely to have a lasting impact. Instead, we need to show students how to develop these and give them plenty of opportunities to practice over an extended period of time. We also need to model good organisational and planning skills in the way we set up activities within lessons, set and mark homework, and so on. Encourage your students to develop a system for keeping track of all the things they have to do. Research shows that people perform better when they've made a list of what they have to do. When we don't have this list, the brain will keep remembering and wanting to remind us about all the things we haven't yet done. This is known as the Ziegarnik effect. This sounds positive, but in fact, being reminded of things at times when we can't do anything about them, such as in the middle of the night, is extremely stressful. Keeping a well-organised list and using it effectively is key. The only problem with to-do lists comes when they get too long and have too many unrelated items. This kind of list can make us feel more overwhelmed. It is important to learn how to prioritise the things we have to do. For example, many people tend to always prioritise the tasks which appear to be the most urgent. They're always completing tasks at the last minute and feeling stressed and under pressure. Instead, we need to learn how to get the right balance of dealing with tasks that are urgent and those which may not be as urgent but which are actually more important. When revising for exams, we can help students learn to prioritise important tasks as well as urgent ones. Once we know what needs to be done and have decided what takes priority, we can then start to plan and schedule what we're going to do when. We can learn how to estimate the time needed for a task in a realistic way. Often people are over-optimistic about either how long a task will take or how long they can reasonably concentrate for at one time. We need to manage our energy as well as our time. We can teach our students how to set themselves objectives and how to break down tasks into smaller chunks so that they don't get overwhelmed and so that they have a sense of progress, which is good for motivation. Good planning and organisation are key skills needed in preparing any piece of written work or a prepared speech. In High Note, the students learn how to break down the task of preparing something, such as an essay or formal letter, into manageable chunks. For example, in this lesson, the students study a model informal email and analyse the organisation before writing their own email. In this way, the students learn to organise their work as a natural part of the process of writing. In this life skills lesson, there is a more overt focus on planning and organisational skills, in a lesson about how to set SMART goals. Students learn what makes a goal SMART and consider reasons why people might not achieve the goals they set. Or in this life skills lesson, where the students learn about how to use to-do lists effectively and how to manage their time. Planning, prioritising and organisational skills are essential to succeed in both study and work. We can help our students to develop these skills by, firstly, being a good model ourselves. For example, we can demonstrate good organisation in the way we deal with homework or prioritising elements within a lesson. Secondly, offering guidance. Some students will need more guidance than others, so we can look out for these students and suggest ways to organise their notes or to ensure that they meet deadlines. Thirdly, we can embed these skills within our classroom activities, breaking down tasks into manageable chunks, setting realistic time limits, and so on. Finally, we can explicitly teach these skills, looking at such areas as time management and goal setting. Teaching our students these skills will help them to reach their full potential in both study and work. I hope you join me in the next video in this series, which is all about decision-making skills.